Welcome into the Pride in Demorest, Georgia for CCS conference action between the visiting Belhaven Blazers and your Piedmont Lions. Welcome into the booth, everybody. Eric Edmondson here with you. So glad to be with you on this great afternoon for college softball between the number 12 D3 school-ranked Belhaven and your Piedmont Lions, playing here at home at the Walker Athletic Complex. The Lions, who have been on a roll themselves, facing off against a very tough team in in Belhaven, and Belhaven has had the number of the Lions in this series to this point. 1-7 are the Lions versus Belhaven as leadoff batter Reagan Bryan steps in versus Megan Steinmeier. First pitch is low for ball one, and we are underway 6 minutes early. Steinmeier looks into the catcher Green, wheels back and fires a strike on the outer edge. Steinmeier looking to start the game off right and misses perhaps a little bit upstairs to Reagan Bryan. Center fielder for the Blazers. Blazers coming into this game 22-6, 9-1 in conference play. The Lions undefeated in conference play. Popped up. Is it going to be playable? Green back towards the chain link is able to hang with it. Great way to get us started. Good defensive play by Jordan Green. And there's one away here to start off the top half of the first. Good time to tell you about the defense for the Lions before Ellie Jones steps in. Left to right on the infield is Cintron, Speaks, Chronic, and Lowry. Left to right in the outfield, Votava, Nerva, and Peretti. And, of course, making that dazzling play just now was Jordan Green as a first pitch strike is fired in on the inner half to Ellie Jones. Make that a 1-1 count now. On the ground, through the hole, a base hit. Hard hit single for Ellie Jones as she will go over to first base. First base runner of the day. That'll bring up Anna Kaimi. Kaimi, the catcher for Belhaven. Ellie Jones on first base leads the Blazers in almost every offensive statistical category. Hits with 48 of them, runs with 36, RBI with 38. Oh, home runs too. She's in the double digits with 10. 1-0 is swung right through, unraveled. Kaimi with that swing, did Steinmeier. Belhaven in their traveling Kelly Greens with gold font across the chest and gold lettering on the back, outlined in gray. 1-1 on the ground, over to Lowry, goes to second for one. Nobody doing it first, so the Lions get the lead runner on base at first. Kaimi, due to a fielder's choice. So I'll bring up Colby Hollinger. As always saying, Belhaven and Kelly Green with gold lettering and numerals outlined in gray. Kelly Green socks as well, reminiscent of the Oakland Athletics, who should still be playing in that city. This one driven to left field. Votava sees it in the sky and settles under it. One hit allowed by Steinmeier. Other than that, nothing doing. Good job by the Lions defense in the front half of this game. We'll take it to the bottom half of the first. Lions looking to break the seal. You're watching Piedmont Lions softball on YouTube. Peretti is going to lead off the Lions. Peretti has been fantastic this season. Up there with runs, RBI, and hits. Also leads in home runs. Got 4 of those, but they're not your traditional bombs. A couple of them are inside the Parkers. Peretti's got wheels, she's got pop, she's got a glove. Just about as 5 tools as you can get here in this game. As the first pitch from Bell West is fired in for a strike. This one launched to left field. Lazy fly ball in foul territory, and over and making the grab is the left fielder for the Blazers, that being Matty Miller. I'll send up Matty Speaks. 1-0 as the entire infield for Belhaven comes in here. Outside. 2-0. Lions have been fantastic at home this year. They've been fantastic all around, especially in the conference. Mentioned 8-0 when we first came on there. And a lot of it is due to the speed of this lineup. And who more speedier than Maddie Speaks? That's the calling card of her offensive game. She's able to put the ball in play and beat it out to first base and cause havoc on the base paths. That is the name of Speaks' game as the first pitch, or the first strike is put in here. 3-0. Bell West coming in a 3.22 ERA for the right-hander and 78 in the third innings pitched. 40 strikeouts. Macy Funderburk, the leading pitcher on this staff. We'll see if she pitches today, as that's a strike on the outer half. Just clipped the outer edge, so now it's a full count. But Funderburk a 2.43 ERA and 89 in the third innings pitched. So the best pitcher for Belhaven not in the circle at the moment. 3-2 pitch on the way. Speaks slaps that out of play to stay alive. West takes some time with the rosin before climbing back to the slab. 3-2. On the ground, up the middle, a base hit. Maddie Speaks reaches. And nearly an identical start to the Belhaven Blazers start in the top half of the first. An out and a single. That'll bring up Jasmine Lowry. Lowry also has her stripes this season. Comes into this game second on the team in batting average, hitting .429, and this one's laced into the gap in left center field. Speaks is around second. She's going to go ahead and get the green light. Stumble at the wall. Lowry over to third base, and the Lions take an early lead with a Jasmine Lowry triple. Put good barrel on it and deposit it at the green of the wall. Here's Megan Steinmeier, a chance to help her own cause here with a runner waiting at third base. Excuse me. And takes a high strike on one. Steinmeier, a little popper over to the second baseman, who will flip it over to first, but Lowry speedy enough to read the ball well to get home. So Steinmeier does help herself out, although it does count as an out, but the Lions are up 2-0. Now, head coach talking with the home plate umpire. So head coach Terry Martin just making sure the lineup card's all good. Same thing with Belhaven's coach.
third baseman Hannah Cintron. Go ahead and clear your count. So hit strike plus 1 until it goes to 0. Yeah.
Lazy floater falls into the zone for strike 1. Lions a fantastic start to this ball game, facing off against Belhaven. Gets them off on the right foot. This one, a lazy looper over the glove of West. Had some English on it and having trouble with it is Baldwin. So Cintron reaches. I'll bring up Chronic.
Second baseman Matty Chronic.
West taking some time before checking the wrist and climbing back into the circle. 0-1. This one popped up. Foul territory. Gonna fall foul. Man. That banged off the visitor's dugout roof, and you could see the pollen just explode from impact. So 0-1 on Chronic. Excuse me. Alwyn stays upstairs, making an even count. Throw down, Cintron back in with a dive, safe.
No pitch there.
And Chronic gets rung up on the inner half. So Lions leave a runner on base, but they do strike for 2. They bring home a pair and give Steinmeier something to work with going to the top half of the second. Lions up 2-0. You're watching Piedmont Lions softball on YouTube. Lauren Dunbar leads off the Blazers here in the top half of the second. Lions jumped on top early with a 2-0 lead. The big blast on that one being the Jasmine Lowry triple that split the alley in left center field. Oh, 1. Way outside from Steinmeier, and she shares a chuckle with Green there as she looks to reel it back in. It'll be an even count for Steinmeier on the third base side of the rubber. This one upstairs. 2-1. Hard to get a read on this umpire strike zone this afternoon. Looks pretty regulation, but necessarily haven't had a lot of calls just yet. 2-1 is a strike. So there you go. Clip the outer edge right as it whizzed by. Even in a count. Steinmeier looking to put her away. 2-2. We'll have to wait on the next one, as that'll fill up the count. So leadoff batter Lauren Dunbar working the count very well Full count pitch incoming here. This one laced foul. It'll pop onto the lacrosse field to our left. Guys lacrosse team has a big game tomorrow facing off against Pfeiffer. No love lost between those two clubs. That'll be streaming here tomorrow. 3-2 is up in the air. Foul territory. Giving a look is Votava. But again, it'll fall left to the chain link. In a good battle here between Dunbar and Steinmeier. Three-two. On the ground, Cintron able to handle it. Fires over the first, and there's one away. I'll bring up Matty Miller.
Left fielder, Matty Miller.
That one misses upstairs from Steinmeier. Quite the warm one today. Obviously, Georgia humidity plays a part in it. 76 degrees. And it is sticky out there. Steinmeier behind the batter, Miller 2-0. Looking to climb back into this count. Make it 3-0 as that one dips below the zone. Maybe a little bit too far inside, so it's going to be a one-out walk for Matty Miller. Then I'll bring up Macy Baldwin.
How about second baseman Macy Baldwin?
Baldwin squares it. I'm going to pull back here. Yeah, there it is. Still squaring it, but we'll take strike one on the outer edge from Steinmeier. Oh, 1. This one into left field. Votava tracking, able to put it into the mitt. So that'll be the second out of the inning. I'll bring up Ellie Williamson.
Third baseman Ellie Williamson.
Strike. Steinmeier fires in the first offering into the inside part of the zone. 0-1. Strike on the outer edge. Perhaps a generous call there, but we'll take it. So 0-2 and Steinmeier, a possible pitch away from another good inning of work. Tried to get her to chase on the outer edge, but misses just too much. Try the 1-2 again. This one off the hands. Man, how in the heck did Williamson make contact with that one? That was nearly running in on the belt. Right field, foul. One, two. Off the hands again and sent foul. Runner on first, 1-2 pitch. Good battle here. Throw down to second on the one hop. Did they get her? Yes, they did. On the call, and now, yeah, okay. So umpire initially ruled it an out, but a good slide by Matty Miller knocked the glove off is what the ruling's going to be here. Now Speaks flexing a left wrist. Got spiked there, it looks like. So runner's going to be at second with 2 away. As Speaks is being tended to, I think she's going to need a bandage. It was a good hard slide by Matty Miller. But yeah, that one definitely going to be felt tomorrow by Speaks. They'll tend to Speaks. And we'll take a quick break. Lions up 2-0 here at the WAC, as they look to hold Belhaven to that same score. Keep it right here on Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube. Everything all good now? Now we have time here from the home plate umpire. I believe that was time called by the batter. Very late call time. Two-two. Popped up right center field, tracking over is Nerva, and deep into the gap, gonna make the grab. Fantastic job by Nerva to chase that one down, and the Lions keep the Blazers off the board and give themselves an opportunity to add some more. We go to the bottom half of the second inning, 2-0 Lions. You're watching Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube.
On the second for the Lions, the catcher, Jordan Green.
7, 8, and 9 due up here for the Lions to start off the bottom half of the second inning. First pitch from Bell West is a strike to Jordan Green. This one out towards right field. Settling under it is Holdinger, and that'll be out number 1. And now we get into a really treacherous part of this Lions order with Votava and Nerva both very, very patient at bats. Maybe you get them out, but you're definitely going to have a hard time in doing it. They perfectly set the table for Peretti at the top. They add so much length to this lineup that before you know it, it gets turned over if you're not careful. You could walk both of them, or they get bunt on. Votava trying to speed down the first base line, but she's going to have to come back as that one is going to be ruled a foul ball by the home plate umpire. Now, Coach Terry Martin wants to know how that's a foul. Oh, 1. Strike. That one outside, so that'll be a ball and 2 strikes now for Votava to contend with. Votava running a 5.16 OBP, and she fouls this one off. 5.16 on the ball club. Second to Maddie Speaks and Mandy Peretti. Maddie Speaks rather has the highest on base percentage. Just with 32 ABs though. Chopper out to the second baseman Baldwin. She'll flip over to Jones, and there are 2 away. Here's Hartley Nerva. Fouled off. This one driven well to right field. That's going to drop behind the right fielder, Hollinger. Nerva around first, digging for 2, and she's got it. 2 out double blasted off the bat of Hartley Nerva.
Right fielder, Mandy Peretti.
That sets up Mandy Peretti perfectly here. We'll see what the sign is. Peretti usually not one to shy away from a first pitch swing if she sees a pitch she thinks she can handle. Here she's choked up well on the bat, squaring perhaps to a bunt. She's going to pull it back, and now Bell West calls for time. And now it's going to be a strike against Peretti. Perhaps just didn't climb into the box in time. That one taken upstairs. Nerva trying to go to throw from the catcher, Kaimi.
Just kidding. 0-2. So it should be 0 balls and 2 strikes.
Upstairs. So that'll make it a ball and 2 strikes now on Peretti. Still working here, still trying to drive that runner home. It's a good opportunity to do so. Home plate umpires throwing up signs. We don't know what the count is. Maybe it was a meeting or a time call for the pitcher. So it's going to be ball 4 to Peretti. Home plate umpire gave us a 0-1, and he gave us a 2-0, and he gave us a 3-0, and now it's ball 4. We'll take it. So I'll bring up Maddie Speaks, singled her last time up, and this one driven, but right into the mitt of Baldwin, who's been busy. She takes the short way to take it herself at second, and the side's retired. So Lions unable to get a 2-out rally started. They strand a pair. We go to the top half of the third inning. 2-0 Lions up. You're watching Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube. Jordan Knight going to lead off the Blazers in this top half of the third inning. Strike fired in by Megan Steinmeier, who's done a good job of navigating this Belhaven lineup. Just 2 base runners allowed, one off a single, one off a walk. As this one misses high and tight to Knight. 9-1-2 due up for the Blazers here in this top half of the third inning. 1-1 on the way. Chopped off the bat. Make it 1-2. Creeping in is Chronic at second base. 1-2 pitch is outside. See if they could get a wave and a miss from Knight, but she stays put in the left-handed batter's box. Even up the count now, 2-2. Steinmeier gets the next sign. Fires on the ground. Up with it to Speaks. No, bobbles in momentarily, and the throw goes wide. Now Knipe's going to head over to second. And now the Lions missed that ball again, but no advance on that play. Speaks kicked it at shortstop. Just could not find the ball over the lip of the mitt. So it'll be an E6. And over at second base now is Knipe. Here's Reagan Bryan, popped out her first time up.
When you get a chance, you're going to go to the set total hits and one hit, yes.
Bunt. Steinmeier out. Gets the play. Good play by Steinmeier, complete with a good throw. And now the Belhaven coach wants to have a talk with the first base umpire. I don't know if he's going to have an argument there. That throw beat her by about a good step or two. It was close, but I mean, she was out. I don't know the purpose in that one. Either way, it does advance the runner over to third base, excuse me. So here's Ellie Jones with one away. Ball on the outer half by Steinmeier. Good eye by Jones. Again, Jones by the numbers, the best hitter on this Belhaven roster, so a little bit of a scary opportunity here for Belhaven. And Jones not afraid to go yard either. It tries to on that one, pulled the hands a little bit too tightly, as that will fall foul. Can't let her get extended. 1-1. Good pitch by Steinmeier, but that was a good call by the home plate umpire. A little bit too far inside. albeit a good frame job by Green. So Steinmeier tries another shot, and good job by Jordan again to scoop that one out of the dirt as it was a little bit low. So 3-1 on Jones. Wouldn't be the worst idea to see if you can just give Jones a free pass here. Open up the opportunity to have a go at it with Kaimi. 3-1. Hard hit foul. In fact, so hard hit it'll ricochet off the netting after a couple bounces. Ball will eventually find its way back to Steinmeier, and it'll fill up the count 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here. 1 runner on at third base in the top half of the third inning. 3-2. Softly hit off the end of the bat. Jones able to stay alive. Again, we'll try the full count pitch. Jones lifts one in the air to left field. Votava's under it in medium depth. This might be enough to score the run. It will. Just a little bit too far past the length of Votava's arm, and Belhaven chips into that lead. It's 2-1. Here's Kaimi with the bases empty and 2 away. 0-1 as the sun begins to peek through once again. In the air, Nerva settles under it, makes the grab, and the side is retired. But not before Belhaven puts one across thanks to a sacrifice fly by Ellie Jones. We'll throw to the bottom half of the third inning. Lions look to build upon a 2-1 lead. You're watching Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube. Jasmine Lowry is going to lead us off here in the bottom half of the third inning. Off the hands, popped up. Foul territory, twisting play attempt there by third baseman for Belhaven, Williamson. Strike. So it'll be a 1-2 pitch on Lowry. Hard hit on the ground, but right at the shortstop Dunbar, who fires over to first base to complete the out. That'll bring up Megan Steinmeier Steinmeier grounded out last time she was up, but she was able to bring home a run. That run right now, the deciding run in this contest. This one driven to right. Hollinger under it. 2 away. Piedmont, again, 8-0 in the standings. That puts them above in the standings to Belhaven, who just has 1 conference loss. They're 9-1. In third place is Huntington, who's just played 6 conference games. They're 5-1 in those. Takes that one for a strike. Popped up. Right field. Driven well, actually, and it carried enough. Cintron able to push that one out. And it falls right behind Hollinger. And that's something to notice. We had seen a lot of balls carrying out towards right center field. Didn't sound like it was hit well. But it kept on carrying due to the wind.
How about second baseman Matty Chronic?
So I'll bring up Matty Chronic. Oh, and into the mitt of Baldwin, who again has been very busy this afternoon. That'll put an end to the Lions rally. We head to the top half of the 4th inning, 2-1 here in Demarest in Game 1. Lions up. You're watching Piedmont Lions softball on YouTube. Top of the 4th here.
Looking out for the Blazers, right fielder Colby Hollinger.
Called a strike. 0-1. Hollinger flew out last time she was up. One pitch. High and tight. On the ground, hard hit on a tough hop over the Chronic, but she's able to hang with it.
How about the shortstop Lauren Dunbar?
Here's Lauren Dunbar, grounded out last time she was up. Center field, Nerva back. Got it.
Stepping in the left fielder, Maddie Miller.
Maddie Miller stands in. Strike. Oh, 1 on the way, and this one just misses on the outer half from Steinmeier, so eating up the count. Miller was able to draw a walk against Megan last time up. Upstairs. Now, again, Miller just working a good count against Steinmeier. She's found herself to 3-1 once again. And it will be another walk for Miller. So I'll bring up Macy Baldwin. Flew out to left last time she was up. And Coach Martin out there to talk with Steinmeier. Second walk that she's allowed. And I'm sure just checking to see how she's doing. And actually, Steinmeier trying to get that plant foot correct. So everything seems to be okay.
Not bad. Second baseman Macy Baldwin.
Outer half and just a bit outside. So runner on first with 2 away. 1-0. That one called a strike. Not a bad idea there. As it looks like Baldwin's going to take some time to readjust. And swap boxes. Is that allowed? Just swap bat hands in the middle of an AB?
So.
1-2 with a runner on first. Squaring here is Baldwin. Pulls it back and gets hit. See, I don't know if that's very fair if you can swap in the middle of an AB. Because then you can see that, okay, she's missing on this side. Let me just stand in front of the ball.
Just clear it out.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up Ellie Williamson. Back-to-back bases on balls by Steinmeier. One of them a little bit more on the difficult end. After a hit by pitch. Coach Martin having a long discussion with the home plate umpire.
Now batting third baseman Ellie Williamson.
High and away. Steinmeier in a little bit of trouble here in the top half of the fourth. Things could easily get out of hand. Got to be careful here. Upstairs again. Two on with 2 down. 2-0. Williamson takes ball 3. Throw down to third base. Thought there might have been a play there, but the bobble by Green in the dirt is enough to allow both runners to advance. So dangerously close to another walk here. Steinmeier fires in a strike right down the middle. And that one is going to be ball four. So the bases are loaded. That'll send up Jordan Knipe, but I think they're going to lift Knipe here in favor of pinch hitter. Yes, they are. They're going to bring on number 28, which is Kennedy Jones. So sensing opportunity here is Belhaven, a chance to try to blow this thing open early on.
Handshake for the Blazers, number 28, Kennedy Jones.
Strike. Steinmeier looking to stay in this. Massive point in the game right now. 0-1. Big cut and a miss. She's got Jones down to her last strike. Jones coming off the bench here to see if she can deliver a killing blow early on. Belhaven has the bases loaded, but with two down. 1-2 pitch from Steinmeier. Fouled off the chain link. Fouled off again. Not going down quietly here is Jones. High and outside. Not a bad idea to see if she would chase, but not obliging there is the Belhaven catcher, Belhaven pinch hitter. This one on the ground and right over to Cintron as she'll step on the bag and escape the jam. Good job by Steinmeier to show strong resolve, and the Lions still carry the lead going into the bottom half of the fourth inning. 2-1.
No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 left on for Belhaven in the top of the fourth.
You're watching Piedmont Lions softball on YouTube. Seven, 8, 9 due up here for the Lions. In the dirt.
The catcher, Jordan Green.
Green flew out to right field her last time up. So obviously looking to get on base here and start maybe a rally. Lions just lead by 1. Haven't scored since the first. And haven't really had a big opportunity since the first. That second inning they had 2 runners on, but they had 2 away already. This one well struck into left field. Solid single for Jordan Green. That way to start it off. That's one of those swings where you don't feel anything coming off the bat. Just smooth.
Now batting, left fielder, Kidney, Votava.
Votava grounded out her last time up. Nerva behind her blasted a double to right center field. Carried well. Again, the wind is carrying a little bit out towards there, so if you can lift it, you got a good opportunity. And now a bunt right down the third base line. Fair ball, and they got her by a step. So advancing to second is Green. Votava almost beat that one out.
Now batting, center fielder, Hartley, Nerva.
Here's Hartley Nerva. If you can get on base, Nerva, you give Peretti an opportunity to hit with 2 on and just 1 away. Wouldn't be the highest pressure situation. Nerva here takes a strike on the inner half. Oh, 1. Low. So ball and a strike as Nerva drags the bat through some dirt and climbs back in. Popped up right field and it'll fall right into the mitt of Knipe out there.
Now batting, right fielder, Mandy Peretti.
So big spot here for Peretti. You'd be interested to see how she takes this one. 0 for 1 with a walk. Peretti can get first pitch happy, and she does here right near the away dugout. It'll fall into the mitt of Jones, and the side is retired. So Lions strand a runner in scoring position. We head to the top half of the 5th. 2-1 your score. Lions hanging on, looking to throw up another 0. You're watching Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube. Top of the lineup due up here for Belhaven. That's Reagan Bryan, Ellie Jones, and Anna Kaimi. First pitch from Steinmeier stays upstairs to Bryan. 5th inning. The first 2 innings maybe were a little bit long, and we have kind of strolled along since then. Big cut and a miss. Chased the high heat, did Bryan. One, fouled off. 1-2. One-two pitch. Eye away. Again, another foul ball. Another time where Brian is just late. See if Steinmeier wants to know how far she's going to go. Try for one in the left-handed batter's box. Got a pitch to work with. 2-2. It's right down the heart of the plate and rolled foul. So well ahead of that one now is Brian. We're giving her different looks. Two. Just a touch inside. Not a bad pitch there, but perhaps a better eye by Brian. 3-2. Fouled off again. Same place. Off the hands. Foul territory. Looks like this battle might be over. Here's Ellie Jones.
Not bad at first base, but Ellie Jones.
Jones 1 for 1 with a single and a sacrifice fly. Last stepped into the right-handed batter's box back in the third inning as that one misses high and away from Steinmeier. No. Steinmeier leans back and fires. This one well ahead of that was Jones and sends to the home dugout. Gives everybody a little bit of a panic attack, but they're okay over there. Steinmeier checks for the sign from the dugout. 3-1 on the way to Jones. Ball 4. Steinmeier doesn't walk a ton, but in this game, she has walked several batters. So obviously just a little bit of control going on with Steinmeier right now. And another just a visit. Don't know if that pin is active for the Lions. Looks like they might have two arms getting loose. So Jones over at first. And stepping in now, Anna Kaimi. That one's high and away.
All right, the catcher, Anna Kaimi.
Logan Hawkins and Mia Harrington getting ready as this one's sent to left. Votava underneath it. And a little bit louder than it might have had credit for. And there are two away. So the calculus with putting in one of those two arms instead of a big arm like Spivey is you want to save maybe your most important for a stopping opportunity in the second game. That includes perhaps using Steinmeier in game 2. Strike. Coach Martin looking to at least perhaps get 2 more innings out of Steinmeier if possible. As that one stays up top, including this inning, so an inning and a third. Dealing with Hollinger now. 0 for 2 is Hollinger. Left-handed bat. Takes a strike. walk on the outer edge, and Steinmeier a pitch away. Lauren Dunbar would be next, also 0 for 2 today. Center field, Nerva was on her horse first. Now she gets burnt. One's going to come home to score. The game is going to be tied off a blast to center field from Colby Hollinger. So that'll tie up the ball game at 2. Both Bell West and Steinmeier matching each other pretty well. Ripped foul.
How about the shortstop, Lauren Dunbar?
Nerva now playing well back. Man, those types of, balls in the air, they're hard to calculate because it was hit on such a line and straight at Nerva that the depth perception can betray you. And that one definitely had a little bit of heat on it as it carried all the way out to the 225. But Steinmeier has Dunbar 2-2 looking, or 0-2 looking to limit the damage. Here it is, and this one's looped into left field, a base hit. As we go further down the lineup, here's Maddie Miller, and this will be interesting here. Miller's walked both times, and I was wondering if Coach Martin might go for a relief job here, as we're going to have a pinch runner for the Blazers. It'll be number 21, Hillary Palero. Palero, excuse me.
Pitch running at second base for the Blazers, number 21, Hillary Palero.
Belhaven's got one home here. Coach Martin's going to let Steinmeier run.
Now batting left fielder, Macy Miller.
That one taken high and inside. Miller has not been fooled by Steinmeier all afternoon. 2 walks. She just knows what she's going to get with this pitcher. This one she swings and pops it up, foul. That'll at least even the count up here for Megan to contend with. Two on, 2 down, a 1-1 count. This one slashed foul, so now a ball and 2 strikes on Miller. And once again, Steinmeier a pitch away. Got to find that put-away pitch to get yourself out of this trouble and give your offense an opportunity to keep knocking at the door. They have out-hit the Blazers by 3. 6 hits to the Blazers 3. This one on the ground and unable to come up with it momentarily is Cintron. She just steps to her right just an inch, and the sides are tired. But Belhaven has tied it up. RBI single by Colby Hollinger. And we'll send it to the bottom half of the 5th inning. 2-2 the score. You're watching Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube. Maddie Speaks leads us off here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 1-0 and 2-0 now as West misses upstairs. And again, we'll see if it'll be a question for sure if Funderburk pitches in game number 2 for the Blazers, as this one's sent through the hole in the right field for a base hit. But Funderburk missing this first game. West has done a good job in her stead. As the Lions, she's bent not break. The Lions have put runners on. Just a lot of it has been with 2 outs. It's been a little bit too little too late in the inning, as that one catches the inside part of the zone for strike number 1 to Jasmine Lowry. A triple and RBI her first time up. Corners come in here for Belhaven. 0-1 pitch, and this one's cut on and missed. Throw down to second base. Safe is Speaks as she's able to hang with the bag. It was an off-the-line throw as Dunbar kind of set up on the right side of the bag, left side of the bag for us, and she awaited the throw there. So having to target that area was Kaimi instead of throwing right on top of the bag. The throw was good. It was just left. 0-2 on the way to Lowry, and she's able to put bat to ball on this one and send it way into the air, and that'll kick up turf on the lacrosse field to our left.
Asbury.
0-2. Big swing and a miss. Lowry down on strikes. First strikeout for either squad since the first inning of this game. Here's Megan Steinmeier. Strike on the inner half. Got some colorful comments from the sidelines. From the bleacher area. Runner on second in scoring position as Steinmeier takes strike 2 on the inner half. So Megan in a tough spot. Cintron up next, who's 2 for 2. This one she hangs off up high. Throw down to second base. Speaks back in standing. One, two. Oh, right back to West on in the circle. Are we gonna? That's gonna be safe. That gonna be an obstruction call there. Yeah. I believe Speaks is going to be safe at second, because the thing is that Williamson was covering the bag before she had the ball, so she was right in lane with the runner, and now Speaks having to get tended to by the trainer. Or no, they're going to call her out.
No, I was looking for blood.
I think they're looking for a tooth.
Or a tooth. Or an earring? I don't. They did call her.
Okay.
Okay, so Speaks is out. Well, the reason we didn't say out immediately is because the umpire never threw up the hands or at all. He just stood there.
Do I count as a hit
No,
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 because she
because
got
So Steinmeier is going to be on with a fielder's choice.
else got out, so
though? Okay, gotcha. So it cancels it out.
so basically cancels that.
Gotcha.
And we're going to have a pinch runner here for the Lions.
Lions are 15. Leah Smith.
Leah Smith comes in. I'll bring up Haley Cintron, who's 2 for 2 versus West. Big swing and a miss, and rather it's a foul ball.
No, like their guys can hit a Cintron.
Big cut and a miss by Cintron, and now Lions down to their final strike here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Looked pretty good to perhaps be an inning to strike back, but the Lions just been unable to. That's up top. One-two offering on the way from West, and a swing and a foul tipped. Almost hanging on to that one was Kaimi behind the plate, but did drop out of the mitt. So good break there for the Lions. Inside, throw down to second. Smith is going to be way out. Excellent throw by Kaimi to catch the runner, and the side is retired. Go to the top half of the 6th inning. Everybody tied up at 2. You're watching Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube.
2-2.
Here's Macy Baldwin. Leading off this top half of the 6th inning, it's still Steinmeier as she fires in a strike to Baldwin, who's 0 for 1, got hit by a pitch last time she was up.
Let's see if she changes boxes again.
1-1 on the way. Upstairs. 2-1. Squared a bunt, pulled it back, and it'll run to 3-1. So this bottom half of the lineup, Steinmeier's just had a lot of trouble getting out. Lots of walks, hit by pitches, falling in here. And she'll earn a walk herself. And I think that might be the end of the day for Steinmeier, as she'll go 5+ in this ball game, allowing 2. The control just wasn't there, at least in this game, as the Lions will turn to the bullpen for the first time this afternoon. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher when we come back. You're watching Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube. Summer McCraney is going to be the arm tasked with dealing with the Blazers in the 6th inning. McCraney's first pitch is going to be low for ball 1-2.
They're basically Ellie Williamson.
Now, hang on. Ellie Williamson. I knew that. That one is going to miss high and away. Lions still have the bullpen ready to go. They still have a pair of arms throwing down there. And right now, McCraney down 2-0 in the count. Williamson still squaring a bunt. It's a hard bunt over to Centron. Bare hand fire over to first base in time to get the covering Chronic. So one away. Sacrifice works to perfection. Now Green out to talk with McCraney. Belle West is going to bat for herself here. So Jones filled in that spot for Knight, but then, of course, we had the swap out. Now we're going to have a swap out here
Pitcher, L. West.
as Belle West stands in. So West with a runner in scoring position. And that one, that first offering from McCraney misses outside. Low. Strike. As looking to fire back in here is McCraney. Been a little wild coming out of the pen. That one maybe a bit too tall, I would assume. So McCraney now in a tough spot here. Three-1 is going to come inside, and that's two runners on now with just one away, and we flip it to the top of the lineup. Reagan Bryan's 0 for 3. Two pop-ups and a ground out. One 1-0 pitch from McCraney. Strike on the inner half. So McCraney is consistently hitting that spot over there. Just sometimes it's too tall, sometimes a little low, not allowing these Belhaven batters to get extended. 1-1. See, got that spot again. Now, Belhaven coaches are wondering where the strike zone's going. 1-2. Little low. if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's exactly what McCraney's going with. She's going to get that pitch. She's going to keep going back inside. Fouled off. Big cut and a miss, or rather cut by Bryan. Nearly missed it. But able to stand with a piece. Come out with another shot to swing it. McCraney. 2-2 coming. This one on the ground. Cintron over tags to first. Double play. McCraney gets out of the jam. And the Lions keep it tied 2-2. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Lions got to get these runs going. You're watching Piedmont Lions softball on YouTube. Cintron, Chronic, and Green due up here for the Lions in this 6th inning. This one hard hit off the glove of West. That is a barrel of bad luck there for Cintron. Cintron, who's 2 for 2 coming up to that plate appearance. She's seen West well, and she smacked that one just right off of the glove. Here's Maddie Chronic. Slow one finds its way into the zone for a strike. Tried that same pitch, this one a little bit too low. Spit on that one was Chronic. 2-1. This one lined over the second baseman's head into right field for a base hit. Baldwin gave it a leap, but a little bit too tall for her mitt to grace it. And it'll be a one-out base runner here for the Lions. Look like they might elect to go for some speed. Yes, it looks like, yeah, that is going to be what's going to happen. Emily Sanders is going to come on.
And running at first base for the Lions, number 6, Emily Sanders. Now batting the catcher, Jordan Green.
Here's Jordan Green, single her last time up. Ripped one into left field. I wanted to say left center, but I don't think it got that far.
Go ahead and clear.
Strike on the outer edge from West. Hey now, that one came in a little bit too tough. Caught on the outside corner. So Green set down on the strikes.
Now batting left
Third
fielder,
strikeout
Jamie
for West as Votava climbs in. And the Lions want 2-out magic. This is a good part of the lineup to do it. Pulled back a square attempt. Throw down to second, and Sanders is gunned down. So second caught stealing to end the inning for the Lions in a row. That'll send us to the 7th. Still tied up 2-2. It's going to be a good one, folks. Stay tuned right here on Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube.
Piedmont 2, Belhaven.
Tough task for McCraney as she'll face off against 2, 3, and 4. That's Ellie Jones, Hannah Kaimi, and Colby Hollinger. The first pitch is high and away, 1-0. Two on the way. 3-0. Dangerous part of the order to begin walking batters. .30 coming from McCraney. That's a strike. 3-1. Hard hit. Speaks. Unable to gather it. Fire over by Chronic, but not in time. Up the middle. Hard hit. So will be ruled as a base hit for Jones.
Oh, and the catcher, Anna Kayemi.
There's Anna Kayemi. That one's off the bat. That's tough luck there. That'll be a strike. Driven to center. Nerva twisting back, and she's got it. Kami hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark, and Nerva able to sit right there and bring it down.
Now batting DP, Colby Hollinger.
Here's Colby Hollinger. That one's in the dirt. Picked up on the skip by Green. One-oh. This one again driven to center. Nerva's going to have a little bit of an easier time with this one as Hollinger pops out in deep center field for the second out. That'll bring up Lauren Dunbar.
Oh, and the shortstop, Lauren Dunbar.
Good pitch, caught Dunbar leaning. Couldn't pull the trigger on the slow pitch, and that'll be 0-1. Rifled foul. Jones started the inning with a single. Since then, 2 flyouts to Nerva in center, and now an 0-2 pitch to Dunbar. A little low, 1-2. Belhaven hasn't struck out a single time today. You have a good knowledge of the strike zone, where to swing, and how to stay alive. 1-2 from McCraney. It's too far down and in. Throw down is going to escape into center field, and Jones going to get up and go. Nervous throw to third base is going to be late. Jones just a step ahead of the tag. Chronic and Speaks went for that tag out at the second base bag. I'm sure that caused a little confusion for Green on who to throw it to.
No, just a ball, just that ball.
2-2 pitch. Chopper. Cintron to first. Got her. Lions have a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th. They'll do it with 8, 9, and 1. We'll see you there. You're watching Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube. Here's Kennedy Votava.
Sacrifice bunt.
Lions 8 hits to the Belhaven Blazers 4. Lions have had a base hit every single inning. Just unable to get them past that the third base bag, except in the first. Good opportunity here with two of the grittiest hitters in the lineup with Votava and Nerva back-to-back in the 8-9 spot. And then you have Mandy Peretti waiting in the 1. Strike. Caught the top part of the zone. Here comes a 1-1. That'll stay outside. 2-1. Whole infield in to protect against Votava, who's 0 for 2. Couple ground outs for her this afternoon. 2-1. Low. 3-1. Votava, a good hitters count, but let's see if Votava's taken all the way. 3-1 pitch. Looks like she was as she takes strike 2. Three-two. Slap foul. Good job for Votava to stay alive. Might have been close. West checks the wrist. Toes the rubber. Votava awaits. 3-2 is slapped down the third base line, gathered in foul territory, and that's a good play by Williamson. So I'll bring up Hartley Nerva. Maybe a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Addie Perkins, it looks like, instead of Nerva.
Pitching for the Lions, number 13, Addie Perkins.
Perkins has walked off before, but with runners on. Perkins just 250 on the year batting. The freshman getting the nod here. Strike at the chins. Pulled back up out of the water. Good frame job by Kaimi. 0-1 on the way. And an excuse me check swing right back to the pitcher. And there are 2 away. So that'll bring up Mandy Peretti.
Now batting right fielder, Mandy Peretti.
Peretti's got a big bat. Looking to extend the inning for the Lions. See if they can walk off out of here in game 1 with a victory. She takes a strike. Strike 2. O2 pitch on the way from West. This one fouled off. Heads up back there. Tough count to work out of. Looking to avoid extras. 0-2. Outside. O2 offering on the way. Upstairs again, so that is going to run it even Good AB by Peretti. Peretti does have a walk this afternoon. Other than that, she's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a pop out. 2-2. Popped up on the infield. Calling for it is Dunbar, and we're going to the 8th. Still knotted up at 2-2. You're watching Piedmont Lions softball on YouTube.
Extra inning base.
Oh, 1. After that foul.
I wish they all didn't have such long ponytails. I can't read half their numbers.
I know.
Until they do like a little purposely.
Guess we don't do that anymore.
A 1 pitch on the way from McCraney. That bounces in the dirt, 1-1. Chopper right back to Summer. She can't hang with it. Throw to first. There will be none. Infield single to lead it off here in the 8th inning.
Not batting second baseman Macy Baldwin.
This is so stupid.
Yeah.
No. In the CCS level,
Yeah.
what inning do you think the international tiebreaker starts?
The 9. Top 10. Oh. Yeah.
No ghost runner here for the first couple innings of extras. But Belhaven does put a runner on. Looks like they're going to get her to second, too. A perfectly executed sacrifice bunt by Macy Baldwin.
Okay.
So now that runner's on with 1 away. Bring up Ellie Williamson.
Ellie Williamson.
McCraney twirls the ball in the mitt and then fires a first pitch strike. Runner out at second. 0-1 comes inside and gets Williamson. So she'll be awarded a free base on balls. And we'll see who comes out here for this 9th spot in the lineup. It's going to be Riley Landro. Rather no. Landro turns back and puts the bat down. So who are we going to have? That number 9 now. Oh, that's not number 9. 17, there we go. That's Funderburk. So Macy Funderburk grabs a bat.
Pitching for the Blazers, number 17, Macy Funderburk.
Two on with one away. First pitch to Funderburk is a bit too far inside. Belhaven beginning to up the pressure here in the 8th. Fouled off. One. 2-1 as it misses low. Lions in the bottom half of the inning will send up 2, 3, and 4. That Speaks Lowry and Steinmeier scheduled. Two, 1. Sent back our way. So McCraney gets a strike there. Gets an even count. Misses outside. Three, 2. Fouled on back again. Good battle here from Funderburk straight off the bench.
That's crazy.
2 on with 1 away. 3-2. Ball 4. We'll load the bases.
Yikes.
We're going to have to make a change here. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. That's Hannah Levy heading out to second. Levy.
Pitch running at second base for Belhaven, number 30, Hannah Levy.
So a very dangerous spot. Bases loaded, 1 away. Reagan Bryan, the top of the Belhaven order, due up. Last time Belhaven scored was the 5th. Last time the Lions scored was the 1st. And that one misses high. We'll see how long McCraney's leash goes here. Bullpen's been active all afternoon, essentially. 2-0. And Coach Martin trying to find an avenue to get out there. Two-0. Strike on the inner half. Infield's in here. Game's been tied for a minute. 2-1 pitch. 2-2. McCraney gets that inside part of the plate that she's found home. Two. Rolled foul. This may be McCraney's last batter. Not 100% sure on that. Depending on how this rest of the at-bat goes with Bryan. 2-2 on the way. Ooh. Looked good from up here, but the home plate umpire perhaps said it was a bit too tall. So that'll fill up the count. 3-2. Popped up foul. Brian, her eyes lit up on that one. Took a big swing at it and just got under.
I need to start bringing candy to this. I'm trying not to eat candy the day before a race. I go through withdrawals. I have to bring candy to
3-2. Popped up off the hands again. Long AB put together by Brian. Long battle with McCraney. Bases loaded. One away. 3-2 on the way from Summer. Driven foul.
Wow. If only that win.
Home dugout. Taking a sigh of relief after that one. Visitors dugout saying straighten it away. 3-2. Popped up on the infield. Speaks' bag. Just as good as a strikeout. Not out of the woods yet. As you bring up Ellie Jones, the best hitter in this Belhaven lineup with the bases loaded. So no base open to put Jones on. Coach Martin's going to run with McCraney. First pitch swinging is Jones, and off the end of the bat sends that one foul. Oh, 1. 1-1. Too low. Just below the knees there to Jones. Inning started with an infield single from Miller that went in and out of the glove of McCraney. 2-1. Strike on the inner half. Thank you very much. Two. Rolled foul.
This is crazy.
McCraney, a long walk behind the slab. Toes the rubber after a glance to the scoreboard. Jones awaits a 2-2. Here it is. This one sent out towards right field. Over is Peretti, and she makes a basket catch. McCraney able to weather the storm, and the Blazers strand the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 the score. Still got a job to finish. You're watching Piedmont Lions Softball on YouTube.
Shortstop, Matty Speaks.
Matty Speak stands in. Lions riding high with momentum after getting out of a bases loaded jam, and that one misses low and away from West. Speaks 2 for 3. Now 2-0. Strike on the outer edge. Speaks taking all the way here, seeing what West has left in the tank. Two one. On the ground, hard hit off a Dunbar and into center field. Leadoff single for the Lions. That one took a tough ricochet off of Dunbar. I'll bring up Jasmine Lowry.
First baseman Jasmine Lowry.
And here you have the same situation as in the first. Speaks with a single, and Lowry came behind her with a triple. Let's see what Lowry has in the boomstick here. Squares the bunt, pulls it back. One-0. This one laced foul. Lowry did a good job to pull the hands back. One-one. Off the glass. 1-2. Lowry, 1-2. Swing and a miss. No, swing and a foul tip into the mitt.
Now batting the DP, Megan Steinmeier.
Steinmeier being tasked here with one away. Now Steinmeier is going to get lifted here for a pinch bat. Who we got here? 22 for the Lions. Casey White. So it's going to be Casey White, the senior, asked to swing the stick here.
Pitch hitting for the Lions, number 22, Casey White.
First pitch swinging and fouling back is White. Oh, 1, sent foul, 0-2. On deck would be Cintron. White watches that one miss upstairs. Speaks at first to Speed, but after the good plays by Kaimi behind the plate, Lions maybe a little unwilling to test the arm. Two and two. So 2-2 count for number 22. It's a 2-2 ball game with Maddie Speaks, number 2-4, over at first base. And that came inside and hit White. She's going to feel that for a second, then run down to first base. And I'm wondering what the question is going to be here. Is it going to be the question of did she lean into her and not move out of the way? She didn't lean into it, but she certainly didn't make an effort to get out of the way. I'll say that.
I mean, yeah, you're an athlete and you have fast reflexes, but.
So, yeah, she's going to come back here.
Oh.
So it'll be a full count. Now Coach Martin's going to ask for appeal from the first base umpire. I mean, this could be a big moment. White is going to be in a full count situation. You automatically take at least 2 strikes off when you bring up the next batter, especially when the next batter, Centrano, has been seeing West well. Looks like it's going to stay the way it is. And now the home plate umpire is signaling that it's 2-2.
That pitch doesn't count. Redo.
That's not how that works.
I guess it is according to your memory.
Oh, now it's 3-2.
Yeah, that could.
And now you got argument here is that could have been ball 4. 3-2. Off the hands, popped up. Speaks has to hurry back to the bag, and she will slide in safely. But the out is recorded by Jones.
Now batting third baseman, Hannah Centron.
Here's Hannah Centron, who's 2 for 3. Again, she's hit the ball well here. And you get the advantage of running on contact with Speaks. Got to find a way to put it in play, as that's going to stay upstairs. Wind beginning to blow out towards right center field again. One-oh. Lifted to right field. Over is Knipe. We're going to the 9th. Two the score. We go to the 9th inning. You're watching Piedmont Lions softball on YouTube.
Tie 2-2.
McCraney back out there for work. Anna Kaimi at the plate. On the ground, Cintron gloves it, fires over, one away.
Now batting DP, Colby Hollinger.
Strike to Hollinger. Strike 2. McCraney looking to get Hollinger out of here, and she will. That is the first strikeout of the day from Piedmont pitching.
Now batting shortstop, Lauren Dunbar.
Here's Lauren Dunbar, who's 1 for 4, with 2 ground outs, a fly out, and a single. Dunbar climbs back in. 0-1 on the way from McCraney. And gets a strike called there. Oh, 2 from McCraney. Did she go? No, she didn't. Now Coach Martin wants to appeal to the third base umpire as well. Wants that strikeout bad.
He really just shook his head. When Terry called him, he's like,
One-two pitch. Fouled off.
pizza from what?
McCraney fires low. Didn't get Dunbar to chase as it stays in the dirt.
Oh my gosh.
2-2. Got her looking, strike 3. 2 Ks for McCraney, sets down Belhaven in order. I believe that is the first time they've been set down in order all game.
It's not like there was any hits or it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't.
So we go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Lions look to send us home in game 1. You're watching Piedmont Lions softball on YouTube. Maddie Chronic bloops one in the air to right center field. Is going to fall down for a base hit. So again, the Lions get the leadoff runner on.
Now batting catcher Jordan Green.
Hostility.
Runner on first. Here's Green. Green squares a bunt, puts it down. It's foul. So it'll be 0-1. And that came inside and hit Green. She's going to take first base. Yeah, that's not going to feel good. So now 2 on with nobody away. Bring up Kennedy Votava. What conversation are we having here? Are we going to have the conversation that Green didn't pull the bat back? She had to get out of the way of the ball.
Like, at least she made the effort.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Thank you for telling us what we already knew.
Now batting left fielder Kennedy Votava.
Yeah.
So the corners are coming in here. Votava takes a first pitch ball high and away. Two to the score. Lions haven't scored a run since the first, and this one bunted foul. Corners are creeping in. Both Jones and Williamson. 1-1. Strike on the outer half. So we'll see if Votava's swinging away. Lions have an out to work with should they choose that route. Tried to pull that one back over the plate, did Kaimi. That'll even up the count. 2-2. Fouled, and that'll be strike 3.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Is that 11 or 10?
Here's Hartley Nerva. She was lifted for Addie Perkins last time she was at the plate, and that one pulled back over the corner for strike number 1. On deck is Peretti. Popped up out of play. That's going to be a Souvenir. So quickly 0-2 on Nerva. Double in her first plate appearance. Since then, 0 for 2. And that one nearly came inside and clipped her. One, two. Bloop, center field, base hit. Cronick's going to get the stop sign at third base. So Nerva keeps the carousel spinning. Now it's up to the top lineup and Manny Peretti. And now we're going to have a conference in the circle. It's the 9th inning of Game 1 here at the WAC this afternoon. It has been a long one. About 2 hours and 20 minutes. Bases loaded, infield in. Peretti. We'll see if she wants to ambush on the first pitch from West. She instead takes a strike. Oh, 1 coming. Little inside. Down and in. West. Readjust the mask, then toes back the slab. Peretti steady in the right-handed batter's box. Swings and puts this one into center field. Back is Brian. Here comes Chronic, and the Lions walk off Game 1.
Your final score, Piedmont 3, Belhaven 2 in 9 innings. We have Game 2 coming up shortly.
Peretti did just enough to give that one enough gas to get it to center and give Chronic an opportunity to get across home plate. So Lions steal Game 1 away from Belhaven. We go to the game number 2, 3-2. What is your final in this one? We'll see you in about 30 minutes, folks, on Piedmont Lions Athletics on YouTube.